How many of you has a business? Can you raise up your hand? One. Come on. Everybody has a business, right? How many of you knows the problems and the issues of the small and medium-sized businesses? Like, do you have big business or you have small and medium-sized? Who has small or medium-sized businesses? Can somebody raise their hand up? Okay. So, do you guys know what is the main issue for the small and medium-sized businesses? Like, I'm just trying to talk them through. Yeah. So I have the biggest entrepreneurial community in Russia. It's like more than 100,000 people. I have the biggest Facebook group where people discussing their issues, business owners and entrepreneurs. And I know that they are experiencing massive pain. They're talking about it every day. The problem with small and medium-sized businesses in everywhere, in global, as on a global scale, is that they cannot get funding. Right? You agree with me? Who knows this problem? It is really, really hard to get money for small and medium-sized businesses. It's more than 400,000 million small and medium-sized businesses worldwide. It's a huge market. And they cannot get money. They cannot get money for their growth. So, like, despite of the fact that they're very needed for the global economy, they provide more than 50% of the workload, of the world workload, and they give more than 60% of new jobs for the world. They still cannot get access to the money. Like, if you go to the bank, right, it's gonna take you up to 6 months and a bunch of paperwork to get your loan approved, and they are rejected 70% of time, those people. And like, if you go to venture capitalists, it's even worse, right? It takes up to a year to get money, and the rejection rate for the company who is looking for funding is up to 97%. So they're massively, massively underfinanced. Okay, good. I'm here. So now I can talk by presentation. Okay, so where is it? Oh, it's where they see it. There is no presentation over here.
You'll see there, and you'll see there.
Okay. So once again, there are 400 million businesses worldwide, and 99.7% of them are micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. Despite of the fact that they're very important to the world economy, they experience massive pain. They cannot get funding. As I already told you, I have a huge community of entrepreneurs in Russia, more than 100,000 people, and I hear them every day crying out. They cannot get funding. You know, everybody from you knows it, right? Like, if you want to get funding, you go to the bank, and it takes up to 3 to 6 months, bunch of paperwork, and you get 70% of time you're rejected. If you go to venture capitalists, it's even longer, right? It takes up to 9 to 12 months, and they rejected 97%. Those small and medium-sized businesses are not interesting to anybody. Like, banks wants to finance big companies who has already all the money on earth. And these guys, who are 99.7% of all businesses, are left alone. So, as a good company, since we already have a lot of experience, we've done our customer research, we've done the interviews, we kind of were looking at them and thinking, how does it solve this problem now, right? They have this problem and they still survive. How do they do it right now? They help each other by selling an open account terms to trusted business partners. What it means is that I go to you and you give me your goods or services and I pay you later. The term for this is open account terms to trusted business partners. You understand what I'm saying, right? Open account terms means that I give you my goods or services and you pay me later. This is how they do it now in the real world, and like 95% of all the transactions and deals in between small businesses are done this way because they're trying to solve this problem on the lack of the financing. So, pretty much right now, every small company is a microcredit bureau. Nobody knows exactly how they determine the risk before giving goods or services to their partner on their risk, but we only know the final score, right? We know the final credit score. We know, this, for instance, that this business gave them goods or services on this amount because he trusts this business partner. So, This approach has lots of limitations. It's like an old whale. It's moving, but moving slowly and unofficially. First of all, those credit scores are hyper-local, right? If I trust you and I give you my goods and you pay me later, it's only between two of us, right? It cannot be transferable to anybody else. Second of all, if I go to a new partner, I first of all have to build a whole history of relationship with this guy before he gives me goods or services on open account terms, right? So it doesn't work with the brand new partners, and it only works with partner has long history of relationships. So we decided, and that's what we do in Finolog, that we do trust transferable. If I trust you and you trust to Maria, then it means that I can sell my goods and services to Maria under your guarantee. Is it understandable? Show me something, say something, yes, I understand what you're saying. And the person who's in the middle, the guarantor, has a success fee. So he basically can monetize his trust. Okay, so how does it work? It's a three-win situation. Seller now sell more to brand new businesses without increasing the new risk, right? I didn't know Maria before, but I can sell to him right now because I have Ivan, who is a guarantor, who says that he's going to give the money back to me if Maria won't give it to me back, right? So the buyer can buy from brand new partners on open account terms. And the guarantor is the person who's in the middle. He's now getting money, who are just sitting there by itself. He's monetizing his trust. Okay? So how does it work? You register on our platform and you give an access to your bank account via the bank APIs. We automatically build a social graph and create financial performance rating for your company. So these two tools, social graph and financial performance rating. So now, if you want to sell more, you write down your credit limit for your business partners. If you want to buy from brand new partners on open account terms, you basically ask your existing partners to indicate your credit limit. So now we build a social graph, and then we between you and your new vendor, and we find all the people who are in between us on this path and offer them to participate in this deal and have a success fee. So what's next? We think that this is like a LinkedIn for businesses where people can get more funding and where they also, because of these instruments which we are providing to them, they can sell more as well, right? And so, of course, if we have a platform where one business gives loans to another one, there are going to be time when somebody will want to sell the loan of his client to somebody else with discount. So at the second stage, we're thinking to do the invoices tokenization. We'll do the portfolio tokenization. So basically, the invoices are going to be sold piece by piece, and we will create a secondary market for those tokenized invoices and portfolios. And much, much more. We're going to create an API open up platform for developers, for businesses, for everybody else, and we don't even know what will be happening over there. It's like Facebook, right? We don't even know what new applications will be created on that platform, because new developers can come to the platform. They can create new connectors, taking our data, taking our credit success rating, taking our social graph, and create completely new applications. So even banks are going to play by our rules. The ones who won't be able to adapt, they will die. The others will be just coming to our platform because we provide the qualified leads for them and we make their jobs more effectively. So our team is very, very professional. We are two co-founders, I'm myself and Michael Smolyanov. We both have an experience of raising money before and previously. Michael Smolyanov, he has been a CEO and core development team for Megaplan. It's like the biggest Russian leading SaaS CRM, and it's been sold for 15 million for strategic investor, and they got 3x in growth when it's been sold. It's a technical team. Those guys, they all have been together for more than 15 years now. It's a very good and worked together team. I myself, as the second co-founder, I have a good user base in Russia. I'm a community director because I have the biggest community in Russia of Russian entrepreneurs, more than 100,000 people. And we work with them, and I know what they need and what they're looking for, and that's how we're going to create our platform. Of course, we have all the PR, marketing, communications, and business development. And just yesterday, we got a confirmation that former Georgian president, Michael Saakashvili, is going to be our ambassador because he likes the idea of disrupting the market. And he wants to talk about us on conferences and stuff. So current stage, what do we have now? We have a working accounting service in Russia. It's been on the market for more than 4 years. It's fully profitable, positive cash flow. We already have done the integrations with 3 top banks in Russia. We have done the pilot projects with banks in European Union and Dubai. And we are doing we want to scale. That's why we are here and looking for investors. We will do okay, that's it. If you have more questions to me, please ask. Thank you.